Hello, and welcome to Psychology 210, Human Growth and Development at St. Charles Community College. My name is Dr. Jill Campo, and I will be your instructor for this course. For the next few minutes, please listen as I will introduce you both to the course and the broader field of human development. As previously mentioned, my name is Dr. Jill Campo, and since this is not a face-to-face class, I wanted to briefly introduce myself to you. My background is in experimental psychology, and more specifically, I studied human development. I have a PhD from St. Louis University, and I am very fortunate that I have taught at St. Charles Community College for a number of years. I primarily teach both Introduction to Psychology and Human Development in class, but I am excited to teach online courses as well. In my time outside of the classroom, I enjoy my family. You can see in this picture I have two young sons and my husband. I'm fortunate that I get to spend most of my days with my kids, and then I teach here part-time. In addition to knowing about me, it's also important that you understand what is required of you throughout the semester. The first thing that's required is that you purchase the textbook, Essentials of Lifespan Development, the 3rd edition. This text by Sandrock is a very informative and succinct text, and honestly, I think you'll really enjoy it. You will also need to make sure that you understand Canvas. That will be the interface by which this course utilizes. And so you'll want to make sure that you understand the ins and outs so that you can navigate this course easily, and that there would not be any technology issues that would hinder you from succeeding in the class. Under the resources section of the syllabus page, I actually have a link where you can get more Canvas training if you are new to understanding Canvas. Okay, let's talk about Canvas specifically related to this course. On the home page of the website, there is a specific link to the syllabus. Please read the syllabus. It is very important. Basically, that is our contract throughout the semester. It has the objectives in the course. It has weekly assignments. It has kind of all the ins and outs of what you need to know to succeed in this class. Also, you'll want to make sure that you check the Modules tab on Canvas. This tab, the Module tab, will have every single week laid out before you, and it will give you what assignments are due and also provide you with various web or video links. I will plan on posting some of my own videos in addition to videos I find on the internet that I think would be beneficial for you to understand the material from the course. Most weeks, what will be required is that you will complete a thought paper. You will also complete notes over the chapters, and then thirdly, you will participate in a discussion forum. Now let me go over that a little bit more clearly. The thought papers are basically one-page double-spaced papers that allow you to think critically about a specific concept or theory that has been discussed over the past week. Make sure you read your textbook first, choose a topic, and then you can apply that concept or topic to your own life. More directions related to these thought papers can be found in Canvas. Secondly, each week you will have a chapter note assignment. Chapter note assignments are basically my way to ensure that you are engaging with the book. Since this is an online class, it is very important that you are engaged in the material. Since we aren't meeting face-to-face and there are no specific lectures outside of the few videos that I provide you, you'll want to be making sure that you're reading the book. These chapter note assignments will utilize a system called Evernote, and there is a tutorial on Evernote located in Canvas. And the chapter note assignments, you will simply read the chapter and take some notes over what you've read. These don't have to be exhaustive, but they do need to show me that you have read the material for that week. Secondly, it's important to note that you don't have to complete all the chapter note assignments. There are 8 opportunities, and you only have to do 6 of them. I realize that this course is only 8 weeks long, so if you do 6 of them, that's great. You will receive full credit as long as you do them accurately. But then those extra 2 can be utilized as extra credit opportunities for you. And then lastly, each week there will be a discussion forum as well. Discussion forums are our way of being able to interact with one another throughout the class. These discussion activities are meant to be engaging and they're meant to be thought-provoking. I tried to pick topics that I thought you would be interested in and could engage in dialogue with others. Now, there are some exceptions here. For week 4 and week 8, you have an exam. The exams are not cumulative. It would basically be a midterm and then a second exam. And during that week, you will not have a discussion forum. Secondly, there is also a final paper at the end of week 8 that you will complete. I hope that helps you a little bit in understanding what is expected throughout the semester. Let's move forward in understanding some additional Canvas and class requirements. In terms of grades, your grades will be posted on Canvas. There's a tab on the left-hand side where you can click on grades and you can see what your grade is so far in the class. I will try very hard to post grades within a week of you turning in assignments. Secondly, in terms of deadlines for assignments, you'll want to make sure that you complete all assignments by their due date. For each week, assignments are due the Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Now, there are some exceptions here. If you are doing a chapter note or discussion assignment, you have to complete the assignment by the due date. However, for the writing assignments, like the thought papers or the final autobiography paper, 1/2 letter grade will be deducted for each day it's late. My rationale behind not accepting late assignments for the chapters and discussions is that those are the topics that we are discussing particularly that week. Secondly, since you can get extra credit for the chapter notes, there's no reason to accept a late assignment there. The papers, however, I realize life gets busy. I realize you may not get something complete, and so you can still turn those assignments in, but you will miss some credit. If they're over 5 days late, however, I can no longer accept them. Okay, and then thirdly, it's really important to me that you ask for my help. Please email me if you have questions. My desire in this class is that all of you succeed, so email me if you have any questions. Secondly, there is a discussion forum on Canvas that is designed specifically for you to ask questions related to the course. Please utilize this as a go-to method in case there are fellow students who have asked similar questions and you can answer your question without having to email me or even search, for 20 or 30 minutes to try and find the answer. Okay, let's move for just a few minutes to understanding what human development is and just a brief introduction to the course. Basically, human development is understanding constancy and change from birth through death. What I mean by that is, as you grow, some things about yourself are going to stay the same, and other things are going to change. So if you think of yourself now, and you look back, say when you were 2 or 3 years old, it's quite possible that there are certain features about you that are maybe very similar. Maybe your personality was very headstrong at the age of 2, and come to find out, now that you're an adult, you're still a very headstrong adult. But there may be other aspects about you that have changed. I can probably surmise that at 2 years of age, you didn't think quite as maturely as you do now. And so what human development experts seek to understand is how we stay the same and how we change as we age. Now, we specifically in this text and throughout this course will be taking a lifespan approach. All that means is that we will be studying development from prenatal development all the way through late adulthood. Many schools will have classes specifically for child development or specifically for adolescents. This class is broader in scope and it will go all the way from prenatal development through death. And so I just gave you here a number of the topics we will be talking about in this class. The first week we will be discussing theories and research within human development. And then starting week 2 and throughout the rest of the class, we will begin various time periods of development, beginning with prenatal development for week 2, and then moving into infancy, early childhood, middle and late childhood, then adolescence, early adulthood, middle and late adulthood, and finally we will finish with death, dying, and grieving. One last thing I wanted to mention before we conclude is that there are 3 broad domains of human development, and your book does a really nice job of making the chapters specific to these domains. And so, for instance, when we talk about infancy, well, the first chapter might be on physical and cognitive development in infancy, and the next chapter would be on socio-emotional development in infancy. I think Sandrock has done a very good job in allowing readers to separate these concepts because there are different aspects of development that are occurring in these 3 different domains. Physical development basically means changes in appearance over time. It includes things like motor development, especially during the first year of life, changes that are occurring during puberty, and also physical changes that are occurring as we get older. Cognitive development, on the other hand, is understanding how we think. We will be spending a great deal of time this semester understanding how babies, young children, adolescents, and then adults think. And so we will be talking about topics such as attention, memory, problem solving throughout this class. And then lastly, socio-emotional development is how we understand both ourselves and others. This has to do with our understanding of relationships, topics such as moral reasoning, emotion understanding, and even friendships. Okay, and then lastly, I just wanted to highlight that this class is very research-based. In the book and throughout class, we will be discussing what has been said in research related to parenting, related to human development, related to children. Yet, I also really enjoy that this class is very practical. Many of you may not become developmental psychologists. In fact, probably most of you in this class, that is not your ultimate goal. But for a lot of you, you may become nurses, you may become educators, you may even have children of your own one day. And so the goal of this class is to give you a good understanding of what research says about human development, but be able to apply it to your own life. That's all I have for today. I look forward to engaging with each of you over the course of the semester. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.